Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a Halloween crafting video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. For today, I just have this candlestick and this candle, and I'm going to spray paint them both with black and red paint, and it's easy as that. And then you have a spooky little candle to set up and enjoy. Next, I took this little bird from the Dollar General, and I took my Waverly White chalk paint and began to paint it white. After I started doing that, I thought that it would look better black, so I got midway through painting it white, and I decided to get my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink and paint it that color. It took pretty good. It kind of gave it like a gray color because I had that white on there, but it still looked dark, so I liked it. And then I waited for it to dry, and I got my white paint marker out, and I just dabbed where the eyes were because I'm going to paint those, and I wanted the color to show up, and to show up on black you kind of need a base color, so I used the white. Then I let it dry, and I got my red paint. I think it's Apple Barrel. It's from Walmart. It's like 50 cents. And I just dabbed it on there because I wanted it to look so spooky. So then after I did that, the little bird is finished. And I got this pumpkin. It's a carving pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I just took and made a little hole in the top and removed the stem. And this black satin material I had gotten off Amazon. But you can get material pretty much anywhere. And just decide whatever color you want to use. You can use the scarves from the Dollar Tree if you want to use all Dollar Tree products. I didn't, so I just used this, and it was silky, and I liked the way it looked. So I just took it and wrapped it around until it was fully covered. So you will have to kind of work it around a little bit because some parts might show. And I didn't want any parts to show, so I took a little dab of hot glue and put in places to try to hide where the orange was trying to peek through. I guess if you would have painted it black, or if I would have painted it black before I started, it wouldn't have been that big of an issue, but I didn't. Because then, the black could have just peeked through a tiny bit and it wouldn't matter. So I didn't care to hot glue it, and I ended up getting a little bit of hot glue on the pumpkin, but that's okay. So it ended up looking really cute, and then I just grabbed a little stick from outside. Nature is your cheapest craft. And I just stuck it down for the little stem, kind of sideways. I wanted it to be a little bit wonky. And I took the little bird, and please just excuse all those bug bites. That's not part of my Halloween theme. It's just mosquito season here, and they love me. So then I just took the little bird and stuck it on there, and took this little piece of greenery I had from another flower. I'm not sure what it was from. And took the little white, I don't remember what that flower is called, but it came from the Dollar Tree. And I took the red paint and splashed on it. I wanted it to look like it was so bloody. And the little bird has probably committed a crime, and so now it's sitting with its bloody flower on top of this black pumpkin. So yeah, that's the whole backstory of what happened. And anyway, I just took that little flower and I stuck it in the center of the green piece so that it looked like it was one piece. And there you have it. There's my little creepy pumpkin with my candlestick. I think it looks adorable. Next, I have this beware sign. I just wanted to sand off that glitter on the back so it doesn't get everywhere. So I just took it outside. I wouldn't suggest doing that in the house unless you want to have glitter coming out of places for weeks and weeks. I never can hardly get glitter cleaned up, so I took it outside. And I took my Waverly chalk paint. It's the color plaster. It's like a white, but it kind of has like a beige tint to it. I painted the whole thing, as you can see, on the back side. You could paint both sides just so that it has a better look, but I didn't because I didn't think about it. Anyway, I'm giving this sign to my mom, let her hang it on her porch, so she probably doesn't care either. Then I took my antique wax chalk paint, and I just wanted to give it like some lines. These lines, you don't have to be perfect with them because they're going to be hidden after a while anyway, but they do give a little bit of a better picture whenever you've got those on there. It makes it look more wooden and realistic. So I was just doing them and making the little like age spots. I don't know what those are called, the little dots that's on wood. Just put them all over too and have a good old time with it because it's going to turn out looking okay. And really, with crafting, I don't think anything is perfect, so just do whatever you think looks good. I'm not really like a good painter. I just try and so it turns out okay. And I really like the way this turns out. It turned out looking really good. So then I just dry brush some of it over top of what I already did there. And I just kept dry brushing heavily because I wanted it to be pretty much completely covered. Because I wanted it to have kind of like a real barn wood type look to it. Then after I, kept dry brushing it on really heavy, I just kept going, and then I wanted to make sure that it was like pretty much completely covered, but still had some like spots in it. So then I just took my paintbrush here in just a second, you'll see, and I just start to string it along there and just like throwing paint. I don't know how to explain it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just dipping my paintbrush with a lot of paint on it and drizzling it over it, kind of like you would a dessert if you're throwing chocolate on a brownie or ice cream. So then I took my blow dryer, and it took a really long time to dry. And I cut this out with my Cricut. I just went online and found something I liked and cleaned it up and cut this out and stuck it to the front. I thought it was really cute. It's 1 hour broom parking, and all others will be towed. Yeah, so anyway, I put that on there, just as you would. I used the contact paper and stuck it on there. Then once I got it on there, I thought that it needed a little witch on the side over there. So I also cut it out just by Googling an image and stuck her on there. And then the little sign was complete. So I wanted to make a broom for the sign to hang off of. So I went outside and just picked up tons and tons of sticks and a big long stick. And as you can see, I wanted my broom to be kind of with like wildflowers in it. So that's why I picked up that little bit of greenery in it to give it a more authentic look of like, oh, a witch went outside. And anyway, I threw together a broom. And so then I just took all of my sticks and made sure that all of the end pieces were down even together. And you want to do that so that you don't lose any sticks. And once I got all of them together, which took, quite a bit of sorting there, as you can see. And this makes a huge mess. So be prepared to clean afterwards if you want to make a broom like this. And you can buy little brooms from the Dollar Tree. I haven't seen them at mine, but you can get them and probably save this step if you don't want it to look like my broom. But I really loved the way this broom turned out, and it was free to make, so that's even better. So then I took my big long stick, and it's a lot more round than the little small sticks, and stuck it in the center and took the little pipe cleaner and tied it around, and that's just to hold them in place. Then once I got that tied around, a pretty decent hold, I took some, I think it's called masking tape, maybe. I can't really remember, but it's like the painter's tape, but it's the white kind. Anyway, I just took it and I wrapped it around a bunch of times because I didn't want anything to come flying out of it. Flying out of the broom. Anyway, so I just wrapped it around until I knew that it was going to stay together. And you also want to bring the tape up toward the stick end because you don't want to have those end pieces of the sticks sticking out of the tape, just like that. You can see. And once I got that, I took this piece of burlap and I wrapped it around the tape because I wanted to hide the tape and make it look more farmhouse. And so I stuck that on there with hot glue, and I thought it gave it a cute little touch. And then once I got it put on there, I took this twine that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's like a really dark brown. It's a darker brown than the usual kind that you can get, the jute. And I just wrapped it around like the end closer to the stick instead of the other end, the more narrow end. That's what I'm trying to say. So that it, gave it more of a broom look, because most brooms have like that little piece that holds it together at the base. So that's why I put that there, and I think it gave it an extra special touch. It looks really cute, and this is probably my favorite project I've made in this video was the broom. I really liked it. So that's what it looked like. And to hang the sign to the broom, I just got a piece of buffalo check ribbon. I can't remember. I think I may have got it from Walmart. I'm not sure, but I didn't attach the ribbon to the stick. I just attached it to the sign. And even when I put the bow up on the ribbon, I didn't attach it to the stick either. So the sign can be moved. You can attach it to the stick if you want, but I didn't want to because I felt like when I went to hang my stick, I would want it to be more level. And I was afraid if I stuck the ribbon to the stick, then I couldn't move it and level anything out. So anyway, that's why I didn't stick it to the stick. That's why I didn't glue it to the stick. I have said stick so many times. So, once I get it on there, that's pretty much all I had to do, and then add the bow, and it turned out looking so super duper cute, and my mom loved it, and I hung it on her porch, and you'll see here in a minute when I try to show it in the video to show what it looks like. I had to hang it like really close to my ceiling because I had nowhere to display it. So the video might be a little bit weird showing what it looks like, but it's really, really cute, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It just helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. And happy crafting, y'all.